Hi guys, welcome back to Byte and Beyond. Anish, your host, and in today's video we'll be talking about AI in Africa. So let's backtrack. Lately everyone is talking about AI, at least on Twitter, at least on Facebook, and most social media channels. And when I got to ground, especially in Africa and in a country like Uganda where I come from, out of 9 out of 10 people had to talk about this. But when you're online, because this is a global village online, you're seeing people from other countries, in the US, in the UK, and elsewhere, and a bit of Africa, they talk about it, and it's a primary concern that people may actually lose their jobs. But first of all, what is AI? So AI is artificial intelligence, and this is whereby a computer software or a robot in that case could be automated and it could operate on its own as if it has its own mind, in the simplest of terms. But of course there are also AI systems which are like expert systems, probably that can be used like in banks where they suggest maybe who should get how much when they apply for a loan. But generally AI is where a computer illustrates that it can have some sort of mind or understanding, in the simplest of terms. So when you come back to Africa, we don't see most people talk about this, but mostly we see this with university students, maybe who are trying to do their coursework, and they are using these tools like ChatGPT to do their coursework. But outside the university, you don't hear people talk about it. It's not like a really concern, and we have been thinking, what is really causing this? Is it not really a concern for us to think about it as Africans, or is it that maybe generally we are not really concerned? And so we dive deep and we try to analyze what could be the reason why people are really not talking about it, and why are people not really worried. So when you look at the job distribution, like in Africa, and specifically like in my country, our country normally calls itself an agriculture country. So you realize that over 30% of the jobs, or even 50 in that case, people do agricultural works. Yes, we know AI can really automate certain things there, but people really are still doing rudimentary agriculture, and it's not something they are thinking about. It's not yet something they think, because if you go to like villages where most people really stay in Africa, they don't see how AI will even apply. Maybe even they don't know about it. And so maybe people who are really worried are people who are in jobs that really need knowledge, like lawyers. But those are not primary jobs. Like in Africa, most people go about their business. Most people maybe have their small businesses, they have their shops, they are operating kiosks, others are taxi drivers, small motorcycle drivers, and these are not jobs people are thinking that will be taken over by AI. And probably that's why they are not worried, because I think if they were into knowledge-based jobs, probably they would be really worried. And when you look at the workforce that really is doing the knowledge work, is also still small and still using very many rudimentary tools, and even using computers themselves, it's really not yet maybe even at 100%. So what do you guys think? So do you think really this should be a concern in Africa for people to be worried about their jobs? Or could this be an opportunity for Africans actually to grab this new thing and maybe enhance how they are doing their business? So what do you guys think? Let me hear you in our comments, and see you next time on Byte and Beyond.